Hi everyone, Pedro here. A lot of managers ask me, Pedro, how can we tell if someone really has got a mental illness? What they want to know is if they're being manipulated, if they're being taken advantage of. Have you ever walked away with the feeling that someone was taking advantage of you? It's not nice, is it? It's quite possible actually. If this has ever happened to you, this is a good indication that the toxic fume of distrust has crept into your team. Oftentimes, when people are desperate and go into survival mode, they can do silly things like manipulating others in order to survive. That's logical. But what can you do about it? How can you turn that around for your team? Well, the secret to protecting yourself and your team from manipulation and harassment claims that can stem from people feeling anxious at work, the secret to boosting your team's performance to unprecedented levels, and the secret to get unique insight as to what is really going on in your team is trust. And trust relies on the effective application of pillar number 3, nothing about me without me. Today I will show you how the application of pillar 3 of the 7 pillars of a mentally healthy workplace will help you to address this toxic fume of distrust, help you build trust and minimize manipulation. Pillar 3, nothing about me without me, originates from people who, having had a mental health problem, say that their biggest difficulty was not the mental health issue itself in the workplace, but was when other people made decisions for them instead of with them. Hence the idea of nothing about me without me. It is common for teams, due to the pressures of the work environment, to not quite get each other, to start competing with each other detrimentally, and for distrust to creep into the dynamics of the team. And then you have a real problem. Now you have an environment where mental health issues can sprout easily. As a leader, you want to eradicate from your team any cause for this distrust, both between team members and yourself. Distrust is the cancer of a high-performing team. You must get rid of it. But how do you do that? One thing a lot of managers don't understand is that one of the first is not, if not the first thing that suffers when people become distressed and mentally unwell, is real trust in their relationship, especially the one they have with you as their boss, but also with other team members. They don't lose all trust, but they lose trust that their relationship with you and others is strong enough for them to be able to communicate openly and honestly. And they lose trust that you really have their back. Pillar 3 makes the bold but well-supported assertion that in order to effectively build trust, you need to introduce radical transparency into the way you communicate in your team. This is not just a nice idea, but a complete commitment to doing things differently. It means stop talking about others and bring them into the conversation from very early on. Usually, when a staff member starts showing signs that they're not mentally well, many managers panic and go and talk to someone else, not the person. It is possible that it may have come up to their attention because someone else has raised it. That's possible. And then they proceed to talk to others, maybe HR or their senior supervisor, trying to get some direction on what to do. By the time the staff member with a problem is approached, very often others have had robust conversations where decisions have been made about the life and career of someone else who is not actually present in the meeting. This doesn't go well in terms of building trust. Makes sense? But imagine instead that as soon as a discussion started about a person, they were immediately brought into the conversation. It may go something like, hang on, let's get Bob involved, see what his view is. I guarantee you that the conversation will be a lot more respectful and productive. And there are several reasons why this is a good idea. One, it can help minimize the paranoia of the staff member. They'll never have to wonder, who else is talking about me? Because they know in this workplace, nothing happens about me without me. Another reason is having the person in conversations contributes to transparency and trust between all team members. When everything is out in the open, it makes it so much harder for gossip or manipulation to exist. It is also a sign of respect. Respect shows the person that they're valued. It also protects you from reaching the wrong conclusions about what is really going on. How often have you seen that happen? Oftentimes what is going on is not so bad and can be addressed easily if we work together as a team. And also with better information, you can come up with better solutions to any situation. And these are just some of the very good reasons as to why creating a culture of inclusion, nothing about me without me, can have a positive impact on your attempts to create a mentally healthy culture. And when you have a mentally healthy culture, a culture of trust and transparency, you no longer have to ask, have they really got a mental illness? Instead, your question changes. Your question now is, how do I help people to be even happier and healthier at work? It's a nice and efficient way to let your team know that you have their back and that you trust them also. When was the last time that happened to you? It felt good, right? Well, that's what we are encouraging you to do. At our Leaders Masterclass, we operationalize this pillar and we show managers how to take the skills in this regard to the next level. If you've done this masterclass, you know what we're talking about, right? If you haven't, I invite you to join us for the next Leaders Masterclass. I hope to see you soon. And remember, in the meantime, be nice to each other. Goodbye for now.